Ladies and gentlemen, Executive Director Gillette, Education Foundation President Frankfurt, Foundation Board Trustees, Superintendent Edwards, school board members, LCS staff, and virtual guests. Extra, extra, read all about it. Here is some breaking news. All hats are off this evening as we honor the class of 2021 top graduating students at EC Glass High School and Heritage High School. Moreover, we salute the parents, guardians, family members, teachers, and LCS personnel that have poured into these amazing young people. Thank you for what you have done to make these scholars who they are today. Having said this, allow me in my brief opening remarks to share a reflection from the late, great Lawrence Garnell Stamps, a scholarly teacher of many years ago at Heritage High School who had a way of making things plain. At the conclusion of one bone-weary day, we were reviewing a list of contributors who were involved in a fairly significant movement in our nation. I remember asking him this question: Stamps, did so-and-so actually do what he or she asserted they had done? Stamps, while chuckling, uttered these words as his response: if they did it between 2 a.m. and 5 a.m. in the morning when I was sound asleep. To this end, I challenge this distinguished cohort of honorees to be those who don't just talk the talk, but walk the walk, saying what you mean, meaning what you say, and doing it until the task is actually done. I cannot emphasize it enough, having been a Hermitage High School scholar myself back in 1984 in Henrico County, Virginia. What the world needs now is each of you. For the best orators have yet to articulate, the best bankers have yet to accumulate, the best scientists have yet to investigate, the best politicians have yet to legislate, the best lawyers have yet to litigate, the best doctors have yet to operate, the best teachers have yet to educate, the best doers have yet to demonstrate. Why? Because we are waiting on each of you to rise up out of the incubator of immortality as giants in our time. Keeping it 100, influencing influencers intellectually and inspirationally, persisting in your noble passions until you fulfill your dreams, and with integrity impact the world, leaving it better than you found it. Recognizing that it is true, when better is possible, good is not enough. So from here on out, one day at a time, whether it be from 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. when others may be asleep, or at any other time in a given day that has in it 24 hours, 1,440 minutes, and 86,400 seconds, you can and will make a difference by taking extreme ownership of your time, talents, energy, and economy of words. For with your brilliance, boldness, rigor, resiliency, truth, and tenacity, and the encouragement you will receive from tonight's program, go ahead and soar. Go do the daggone thing at your university, in your community, throughout the country, the continent, and the globe, representing LCS as bona fide game changers at such a time as this, a pandemic of global proportions. And now, on behalf of our incredibly dedicated Lynchburg City School Board members, Brennan, Morrison, Nillis, Sinha, Gupta, Harvey, Evans, and Carter, I bring to you a true game changer who is not only qualified to address high academic achievers as an academician with her own demonstrated accomplishments in the academy at Penn State, Rutgers, and Seton Hall, but is a down-to-earth, empathetic administrator who leads with care, as she and her team are working hard to get the job done for you and our entire LCS family. Join me now in celebrating our next presenter, a leader in education who was recently recognized as one of 133 Virginia Public School Division superintendents as Superintendent of the Year for 2020-21. Our 13th Superintendent of Lynchburg City Schools, Dr. Crystal Edwards.
Thank you, Dr. Coleman. That was such a sweet introduction, and it's going to be so hard to follow you. I found myself being inspired by your words of wisdom, so I know that our students are. And thank you, Jody Gillette and Matt Frankfurt and the Ed Foundation for hosting this event again. Your support of our children is phenomenal, and we appreciate everything that you do and just the amazing work that you have done this year in this pandemic in supporting education. We couldn't do it without you. It is the best partnership that we have with our Ed Foundation. And to my team who is helping with the hosting of this, again, thank you for your talent in making sure that a pandemic does not stop us. We will move on with our program, even in the midst of this. And to my students, what a great honor to be here tonight. I'm so excited for this moment, and I hope that you are excited too. And as Dr. Coleman says, the best is yet to come. And he forgot to mention who's going to be the next superintendent of Lynchburg City Schools. So one of you out there has to be ready to take over this magnificent job. And I know that you will do a great job at it. I tonight am just going to share 3 little words of wisdom with you as I congratulate you in this honor. Look forward to the accomplishments that you're going to make in the future, but also celebrate everything that you have already done, because you are already magnificent and awesome. And we don't have to wait to see what you're going to do. You have already been showing us what you have been doing. And I don't know, my first little tidbit of wisdom as you go forward to this journey is to honor the past by taking a walk down memory lane. And let me tell you why class of 2021 is so special for me in these 4 years, because it was like over 4 years ago that I joined you all at the end of your freshman year in 2018 is when I came on board in April of 2018. You were freshmen, you were already in high school, and I was just joining you as a freshman superintendent, feeling probably what you felt when you went to a new school. And shortly after that, I can remember this very clearly being here. We were on spring break, and I thought, oh, what a wonderful time to join. We're going to get so much accomplished. And one of the first things that happened during spring break in the middle of Virginia, and I'm from New Jersey, so I was happy to be in this warmer climate. We had a snowstorm. My first week here, we had a snowstorm. And I was thinking, oh my goodness, like, what do I do? All my tricks and tools are from New Jersey. I don't even know how to operate in Virginia with a snowstorm, but I was surrounded by some great people who helped me through it. And I said, okay, somebody is testing me to see, do I have the muscle to make it here in Lynchburg? And we survived our snowstorm. And then 2 weeks later, we had a tornado. We had a tornado during your freshman year. And again, I thought, what in the world is going on here? I've never been in a tornado before, never had that experience. But again, having great people and problem solving and thinking, am I going to make it through this? This is going to define who I am. Lynchburg City Superintendent comes in on tornado. But we made it through. We survived the tornado. And life went on. And we were having a grand old time. And then it started raining and pouring and raining and flooding. And then the next thing you know, I was getting texts about, are you okay? Because we hear that College Lake Dam is about to blow and you all are going to be under 17 feet of water. And again, I'm like, what in the world? This is all while you all are going through your high school career. And I'm here as a superintendent. And again, as a community, we came together and we survived that too. And then in 2020, we had a pandemic, closed school. 2021, your whole entire senior year has been with this pandemic. So I want to say, class of 2021, we've had a rough couple of years getting to high school graduation year, the end of our senior year. But with every struggle is a learning opportunity. And if you're anything like me and you look back at those struggles, even though they may have been some bad times, you've learned some things about yourself. You've developed some skill sets that are going to help you in the future. You've problem solved with some people who you're going to be lifelong friends with that you didn't even know were going to be in your circle. So as you move forward in the wonderful things that you've done and the accomplishments that you've had, don't be afraid to look back to the past. And even those parts of the past, like a pandemic, like the snowstorm, a tornado, and think about, what did I do during that time that made me the person I am today? And how can I use that to be a benefit to other people? Because I came out of a struggle. I came on the other side. What you all have accomplished and about to graduate in the middle of this pandemic is no small feat. It is not a small feat. And the fact that you're earning top honors while doing it just shows your resilience, your perseverance, your guts. And for that, you are a better and stronger person. You are a role model for those to come. And you have something in you to offer to others. So never forget the past, even the bad parts about it, because something in that made you a stronger person. Today, I had gone to the funeral of one of our staff members who worked for us for 45 years. 45 years is a long time to dedicate to Lynchburg City Schools. And you know what I heard? The stories, all of the stories, the memories that were made, the impact that this staff member had on children, on coworkers, and on staff through the good times and the bad times. So hold on to the past, learn from it, use it to drive you through to your future because you will be better for it. My second tidbit to you all is cherish the present. Don't be in a hurry to get rid of it. Don't be in a hurry to make it to graduation, but cherish it. You're here right now because you did something amazing. You worked hard. You had such supportive family networks. You had teachers who were amazing, staff members who made a difference, and you never gave up. Cherish this moment right now. Have a sense of gratefulness about you. Tomorrow, we're going to start Teacher Appreciation Week. Take a moment to thank all of those people in your life who helped you get to this moment. And trust me, some of them might not even see it coming. Sometimes we don't even know the impact that we have on you until you tell us. So reach out, reach back, tell a teacher, tell a staff member, tell a cafeteria worker, a bus driver, tell your parents how very important they are in your life. Because the difference that they made for you, they will continue making for others. And you will make a difference for others. And we all like to hear that. So in the current moment, have that spirit of gratefulness. Pay it backwards, pay it forwards. The teacher that you celebrate tomorrow will be that role model, that champion for the second grader to come. So keep them inspired. They too have been through this pandemic and they need your love and appreciation as much as they've poured into you, love and appreciation. So never forget to give back as you move forward. And the third thing, enjoy the journey. Don't be in such a rush to get to the destination that you don't stop to enjoy the journey. I can remember when I was graduating from Penn State, a good friend of mine didn't go to Penn State. We graduated at the same time. We were both going to be teachers. I was going in to be a science teacher. And by the way, as I was reading your favorite memories, whoever loved dissecting pigs, biology teacher here. So I'm all with you on that one. What a great experience. And yes, I did have kids who just didn't get it. So kudos to you for going into that. But as I went into my career as a teacher, I started with, I am always going to be a teacher. That's all I'm ever going to be. I'm never going to be an administrator. Well, my friend decided that she wanted to be a superintendent. Here we are, 22 years old. Her goal is to get to be a superintendent. And truth be told, I did not want to be a superintendent when I was 22 years old. So she spent about 2 years teaching and then about another 3 years being a supervisor, hurried up and became an assistant principal and a principal. And then within 10 years, by the time she was 32 years old, she was a superintendent and she had made it. In 10 years, I was still teaching and enjoying that moment. And now we're still good friends today. And she's no longer a superintendent. And her one thing was, I wish I wasn't in such a hurry to get there. I wish I had stopped and taught a little bit more and enjoyed what it feels like to inspire young minds. I wish I had stayed a principal a little bit longer and worked with staff and worked with students instead of being in a rush to get to the final destination. So my students, take your time, enjoy the journey. Don't rush it away. You have so much to give and so much to offer. You have already accomplished so much. I am looking forward to what you're going to do in the future. There's nothing but greatness in your path ahead. And just know that as you go forward, the doors behind you at Lynchburg City Schools remain open. We are a phone call, a tweet, a text, an email, an Instagram, whatever it is, whatever the new thing that'll happen in 5 years that I don't even know what we're going to call that. But we're still here with you and we still have your back. And everything about Lead with Care, we still want to help you by leading with care. It has been a tremendous 4 years for you in high school and the years before that in middle school and elementary school. But we are so proud of you. We celebrate you. We recognize your accomplishments. We clap and cheer you on. We can't wait for you to continue to dazzle us with the next things that you're going to do. We're interested in your stories to come. That was one of the things that got me here in the first place, was looking at all of the marvelous stories that were here in Lynchburg City Schools. So I, as your superintendent tonight, am very grateful for you all and making this a wonderful place for me. For you students who taught me, don't give up during the tornado. Don't give up during the rain. Don't even give up during a pandemic. We're all in this together. It was you students who kept us, the adults, with our eyes forward on what really matters. And sometimes we adults don't thank you enough. We don't tell you how you inspire us. We don't tell you how you make us better human beings, better people, better leaders, better listeners. But tonight, I'm telling you, thank you. Thank you for all that you have done to make all of us better. Thank you for not giving up during this pandemic and showing us that despite what everybody says about learning loss and failure, that you all persevere. And thank you for believing in us that we could get here to this moment. So we celebrate you, we love you, we applaud you, and we can't wait to be dazzled by the next things that you do. So congratulations, class of 2021. And once again, we celebrate you. And to celebrate you, we have the coolest thing, which I absolutely love, is this wonderful video of you. And I hope that you love it as much as I do. And once the video is over, the next voice that you will hear will be the Ed Foundation president, Mr. Mac Frankfurt, on the other side of the video. So let's all take a moment and watch this wonderful video of you.
right, that was fantastic. I love seeing all those kids. Some of them remind me of my grandchildren right now. I hope they turn out as well as all of these guys have. Thank you, Dr. Coleman. Thank you, Dr. Edwards, so much for getting us off to a good start. My name is Mac Frankfurt. I'm the president right now of Lynchburg City Schools Education Foundation, and I'm very honored to be part of this event tonight. Always one of the favorite events that we do during the year for the Ed Foundation. I want to thank our sponsors tonight who make this possible. And bear with me while I read this. This will only take a minute. Central Virginia Community College, represented tonight by Dr. John Capps. Central College of Nursing. I believe we have with us Ashley Foster tonight. Liberty University, and online with us tonight is Deanna Keith and Esther Alcindor. Randolph College is a sponsor and has been all of these guys since the beginning. Randolph used to host us when we could get together in person. Sweetbriar College, represented this evening by Adam New and Aaron Basco. University of Lynchburg is represented this evening by the newest president of University of Lynchburg, Dr. Allison Morrison Shetler, and Provost Allison Jablonski. And not last but least, Virginia University of Lynchburg, who was represented by Dr. James Coleman. Thank you for all of those sponsors. And now it is my great honor to finally get to our featured speaker tonight, a young man who I have known of for many years. I know his mother quite well. We go to church together and work on a lot of committees together. And I remember this young man when my kids were a couple of years behind him in school. And we lived not too far, all in the same neighborhood, and knew who the Blairs were. And this young man's father was such a good force back when our kids were growing up as a baseball coach, basketball coach. Brantley was just a great guy, just like his son is, I understand. So without further ado, I'm going to read just a little of the bio for our speaker tonight, Price Blair, an associate professor at the University of Lynchburg. He's got a lot of roles there. I'm not going to read everything, but he's quite active at University of Lynchburg. He joined the faculty there in 2010, so he's been there for a little over a decade now. Before that, and going back to his post-DC Glass days, he was at Washington and Lee, where he earned his undergraduate degrees, moved on Boston University. I may be skipping something in between. I think the doctorate from BU, did some postdoctoral research at Harvard Medical School, and began as some teaching at that point, and fell in love with, as I understand, with teaching as a profession. And that's what led him to where he is today at University of Lynchburg. We are very happy to have him with us tonight. It's my great honor. It makes me very happy to introduce Dr. Price Blair. Thank you.
Well, thank you so very much for your kind introduction, Mr. Frankfurt. That really means a lot to me. Thank you very much. And Dr. Coleman and Dr. Edwards, thank you for your inspiring words before this. You're a tough act to follow, but I'll do my best. Thank you very much. And good evening to everyone. Good evening, members of the LCS Education Foundation, Dr. Edwards and members of the LCS School Board, faculty and administrators, parents and honored guests, and most importantly, graduating seniors. What an exciting night this is. This is so much fun. Congratulations on your years of hard work and achievement, and thank you sincerely for inviting me to share this very special day with you. I'm honored to be here this evening, and I really have to admit that I'm also a little starstruck. I look out across Zoom and I see the names and faces of incredibly bright and inspiring students. I love to see your photos that you just shared. And I also see teachers and members of the community whom I really look up to and try to emulate in my own life. If you had told me 23 years ago when I sat right where you are today, that one day I would be giving this address to the best of the best, the top graduating seniors from Heritage and EC Glass high schools, I probably would have laughed in disbelief. But what I've come to realize is that because of the education and upbringing that I received in Lynchburg City Schools, anything is possible. As Mr. Frankfurt mentioned, I've been fortunate enough to attend or work for a number of wonderful schools: Washington and Lee University, Boston University, Harvard University, and now the University of Lynchburg. But I am still proudest to be a RS Payne Dragon, a Lincoln Jaguar, and an EC Glass Hilltopper. Any successes that I have had in my educational life, I freely contribute to the foundations that were laid here, and I am just so thankful. In these times, I think it's often difficult for us to connect with one another, to find common ground. But I am proud that you and I and so many others will now have the shared connection that we graduated from Lynchburg City Schools. And maybe you seniors realize it now, or maybe the realization will come to you in moments of reflection over the coming years. But I believe you will see that the education you have received in the Lynchburg City Schools has prepared you to achieve your wildest dreams and then some. You are prepared and ready to live a life of meaning. Now, my guess is that this is probably one of the first celebrations that you have attended this graduation season. The coming weeks will be filled with banquets, award ceremonies, last hurrahs, and supposedly wise folks like me offering guidance and wisdom. I make absolutely no claims to be wise or to have all the answers, but I hope that you will indulge the professor in me and allow me to share some brief thoughts on how I believe you can get the most out of your college experience. 2 are lessons that I have learned, and 1 is advice I wish I had known. So number 1, embrace your curiosity. 2, do it with gratitude. And 3, remember you belong. Embrace your curiosity, do it with gratitude, and remember you belong. Let's look at each of these in turn. So first, embrace your curiosity. All of you sitting here today have likely never stopped asking how, why, what if. I bet your parents probably remember you sitting in the back seat of the car asking these same questions. And if I asked each of you in turn, I'm sure you'd say that curiosity and a desire to learn deeply is one of the core traits that make you who you are. Well, I'm here to tell you that this trait is special. Not everyone has it. So embrace that curiosity and nurture it every chance you get. Stay curious. Seek out opportunities to learn and to ask questions. Choose a major that makes you excited to wake up in the morning and study. Then choose courses outside of your major for no other reason than that they sound interesting to you. Going into college, I had always been interested in medicine and in the human body, but I also loved to translate Latin. I added courses in Latin and in ancient history to fill my schedule, but I never envisioned that one day these courses would allow me to travel to Italy to teach others about the history of human anatomy in ancient Rome. Another time, my freshman year, I added a course on the films of Alfred Hitchcock. But I never envisioned that this course would stimulate a lifelong interest in Hitchcock, or that during the pandemic, my friends and I would be able to connect by starting a virtual Hitchcock film club. See, when you are curious, you follow your heart. And when you follow your heart, you find your passion. Whole new worlds open to you, and sometimes these can be the most fulfilling. Mary Patterson McPherson, a former president of Bryn Mawr College, said that one purpose of education is to, quote, make your head a more interesting place to live inside of for the rest of your life. Make your head a more interesting place to live inside of. I couldn't agree more. So embrace your curiosity and do it with gratitude. When I was asked to speak at this event, I learned that each student gets to invite and recognize a teacher who has had a special influence on his or her life. And my first thought was, how cool is that? I'm sure that for many of you seniors, it was probably easier to make your college decision than it was to decide which teacher to invite. For me, I began to imagine whether I would have invited Mr. Emanuel or Mrs. King, Mrs. Lucy or Mr. Wiley, Dr. Smith or Coach Quell, Ms. Mood or Ms. Waller, Dr. Locke or Dr. Nelson, Coach DeFreen or Coach Christie. I could go on and on. Each of us has teachers, parents, loved ones, friends who have given freely of themselves and who have helped carry us to this point. I think it is important to pause, as we are doing tonight, to thank those people who have made such an impact on us. I often think of Mr. Rogers, as in the Mr. Rogers, who famously reminded us to take 10 seconds to remember those people who have loved you into being, those who have cared about you and wanted what was best for you in life. 10 seconds, that's all it takes. Numerous scientific studies have demonstrated that giving thanks and intentionally choosing to live a life of gratitude has substantial benefits. Improved physical and psychological health, improved sleep and reduced stress, improved self-esteem and mental resilience, enhanced empathy, improved relationships. There's a poem that I love called Three Gratitudes. It's by a poet named Carrie Newcomer. And in this poem, she urges us to be grateful for all of the, quote, significant, insignificant, extraordinary, ordinary stuff of life, end quote. In the coming months and years, as you embark on your journey, make a promise to carve out time. Maybe it's at night before you fall asleep. Maybe it's as you walk to class across campus. Maybe it's even as you daydream during class. But carve out time to remember those people who have loved you into being. Carve out time to count your blessings and to give thanks for all of the highs and lows, the successes and challenges, the significant, insignificant, extraordinary, ordinary stuff that makes this life so wonderful. And finally, I ask you to remember something very important. You belong. This is a bit of advice I wish I had known, or at least I wish I had taken to heart more. When you get to college, you will quickly see that you are surrounded by classmates, peers, and professors who are incredibly smart and accomplished. It's easy to become shy or intimidated, to feel like you're not worthy to be there, to doubt your own skills and talents. It's even easier to feel this way when you fail your first lab practical, or when you get your first paper back and it's bathed in red marks. Believe me, I know from experience. When you begin to feel like an imposter, Illogical as it may be, you close yourself off and you pass up opportunities that could change your life. If you ever begin to feel this way, please remember you belong. You are smart and talented and accomplished, and you are there for a reason. You belong. I encourage you, have confidence, take risks, get involved, learn a new skill, join a new club, try out for the team, try out for the orchestra, introduce yourself to someone you don't know on campus. Visit with your professors. Let me say that one again. Visit with your professors. Ask about his or her research and interests. Then, even better, dive headfirst into one of those research projects. Put yourself out there. Make yourself vulnerable. If it feels a little uncomfortable, that's how you know you're growing, and that's where the magic happens. You belong. Over the past year, you and your classmates have faced unimaginable challenges and changes in your life. You've been forced to be flexible, creative, and adaptable. The problems of today's world need original solutions, and you are uniquely suited to contribute your talents and solutions. You belong. Congratulations again on all of your achievements. You make us all proud. Go set the world on fire, and always remember that Lynchburg is your home. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Blair, for sharing your insights, your knowledge, your educational connections to Lynchburg, your humor with us this evening. We thank you for your message about embracing your curiosity, doing it with gratitude, and you belong. We hope that all of our students will follow your path and return to this community to find a vibrant career and make Lynchburg the best that it can be while making it their home forever. Thank you so much, sir. My name is Mr. Tim Beatty, and I am the principal of Heritage High School, along with my esteemed colleague, Mrs. Rose Floor, who is the EC Glass principal. It is our pleasure this evening to announce this year's Senior Honors Awards recipients for achieving a class rank of 1 through 15 in their high school. This class will be known for their triumphs, their resiliency, as their high school experience was interrupted and then reinvented before their very eyes. They have been through so many trials and tribulations, and despite so many challenges, these students found a path to enjoy so many special programs and accomplish a lot during their time in Lynchburg City Schools. I would like to take this time to name a few highlights. These students participated in local, state, and national competition, and some returned with championship gold on the state level. Some embraced their creative side and enjoyed time performing on the stage, marching in the band, painting beautiful works of art, creating an international music collaboration for a COVID-safe environment, and so much more. Others enjoyed physical competition and became athletes both in and out of school through sports such as tennis, volleyball, track, and wrestling. Many supported fellow classmates, whether cheering for them on the field or applauding them on the stage. Some attended governor's school, while others attended early college. They enjoyed field trips, science experiments, and time with their friends. They are leaders and have served a wide variety of capacities, such as club presidents, National Honor Society officers, and team captains. They are compassionate citizens who work to help those in need through the Mercy Club, while others work to bring their community together through Lynchburg Students Rise. Some are off to college, while others are off to new adventures, whether they're expediting themselves into the workforce or going to the military. Many others are scholarship recipients. Our students have experienced achievements as early as elementary school, leaving behind them a trail of success in writing contests, science fairs, festivals, plays, athletics, and many other contests. These students have seen great success, and we hope that they have had fun doing it. It is now my pleasure to announce the top 15 2021 Heritage High School graduates and the special teacher they have chosen to honor. I will announce the name of each student, the school they plan to attend next year, announce their honored teacher, share some fun facts about each student, and then share why each student chose to honor their special teacher. I will read the students' names in alphabetical order. Each student and their honored teacher will be visible on the screen during the time I'm reading about them, so students and teachers be prepared to be seen, and for those who are sharing a computer, student guests may want to shift off camera during the time their student is named. And now our 2021 Heritage High School senior honorees. Grayson Arnold. Grayson Arnold will be attending Appalachian State University. Her honored guest is Stephanie Campbell. Grayson enjoys track as well as painting and crafting. She hopes to become an athletic trainer for the NFL. And since we just had the NFL draft, I hope that she's a trainer for my favorite team, the New York Football Giants. Grayson chose Ms. Campbell as her honored teacher because she is an outstanding teacher and mentor. She's taught me to strive no matter the situation at hand. I know if I ever had a problem or question, she would help me or guide me in the right direction. Jalasia Jones. Jalasia Jones will be attending Virginia Tech. Her honored guest is Miss Stephanie Campbell. Jalasia enjoys basketball, softball, volleyball, and track, as well as traveling and spending time with her friends. She hopes to have her own orthodontic practice while also owning real estate. Jalasia chose Miss Campbell as her honored teacher because no matter where I am, she always finds a way to reach out, and she made sure everyone was taken care of. Maya Lewis. Maya will be attending the University of Virginia. Her honored guest is Vanessa Harvey. Maya's favorite LCS memory is being the featured singer at her Sandusky Middle School graduation ceremony. She's a member of the Big Orange Marching Machine, plays flute and guitar, writes poetry and dances. Her favorite book is Out of My Mind by Sharon Draper. Maya chose Miss Harvey as her honored guest because she has been one of my favorite early childhood education teachers. She was also my very first African American teacher, which has resonated with me still today. She was always patient and also passionate about not only my future, but the other students as well. I will always carry her kindness and thoughtfulness in my life. Jane Lynn. Jane will be attending George Mason University. Her honored guest is Mr. Matthew Day. Jane enjoys cross country and reading. Her favorite book is The Intelligent Investor, and she plans a major in accounting with a minor in real estate. Jane chose Mr. Day because he is a great teacher with a good sense of humor. Dustin Manning. Dustin will be attending Brigham Young University, Idaho. His honored guest is Jason Fleshman. Dustin's favorite LCS memory is Mr. Moore and Mr. Loudermilk climbing up to retrieve an errant drone from a neighborhood roof when he was at Dunbar Middle School. He has enjoyed playing on the tennis team and looks forward to becoming a husband and father. Dustin chose Mr. Fleshman as his honored teacher because he was very funny and made the class enjoyable by showing us that English does not have to be a hard subject. Alicia Mays. Alicia will be attending the University of Virginia. Her honored guest is Lori Croft. Alicia has served as scorekeeper and manager of the Heritage High School volleyball teams. She enjoys watching anime, grocery shopping, dog walking, and spending time with her younger brothers. Alicia plans a career as a nurse practitioner and hopes to travel. Alicia chose Mrs. Croft as her honored teacher for her interactive teaching and her love for her students. Alicia says Mrs. Croft took part in developing me into the passionate scholar that I am today. Sana Mustafa. Sana is undecided at this time in regards to her college university. Sana's favorite LCS memory is theater, and she enjoys painting. Her favorite movie is The Proposal. Sana plans to become a doctor. Alexis Petty. Alexis will be attending the University of Virginia. She is going to major in global studies on a pre-commerce track while also minoring in Spanish. Her honored guest is Jenny Farrell. Alexis's favorite movie is Mean Girls. She has enjoyed participating in the early college program and plans a career in business and real estate. Alexis chose Mrs. Farrell as her honored teacher because her chemistry class was rigorous and taught me the importance of taking notes and studying. I see Dr. Edwards like that. Charlie Smallshaw. Charlie will be attending Christopher Newport University. His honored guest is Dr. Steve Smith. Charlie enjoys being outdoors, especially camping, hiking, and playing tennis. His favorite book is The Hobbit, and Charlie plans a career in the science field. Another nod to science. Charlie chose Dr. Steve Smith because he is very intelligent and insightful teacher, and I have learned a lot from him during my time at Governor's School. Angel Thompson. Angel will be attending Virginia Commonwealth University. Her honored guest is Leonora Wilkinson. Angel enjoys to sing, act, and paint. Her favorite book is Little Women, a play that she actually starred in. Angel plans to become a pediatric physician's assistant as well as a private vocal instructor. If you haven't heard Angel sing, you should, because she can sing, absolutely. Ms. Wilkinson regrets not being able to attend this evening, but congratulates Angel on her accomplishments. Angel chose Mrs. Wilkinson as her honored teacher because I admire her valiant efforts made by believing and pushing each of her students towards success beyond the classroom. Maris Tiller. Maris plans to attend the University of Mary Washington. Her honored guest is Paula Ryan. Maris enjoys acting, singing, dancing, and participating in theatrical programs. She also fences and plays the piano. Maris's goal is to write novels, though she is also trying her hand at short fiction and poetry. Maris chose Mrs. Ryan as her honored teacher because her kindness and teaching methods stayed with me even after many years. I remember her having the utmost care for her students and always taking the time to help individual students if she saw we were struggling. Anna Venters. Anna plans to attend James Madison University. Her honored guest, I see Dr. Coleman likes that, is Michael Bremer. Anna enjoys cross country, playing Catan, and collecting candles. Her favorite play is Shrek the Musical, and she plans to be a physician's assistant. Anna says Mr. Bremer was one of the best teachers I have ever had. She taught me how to work hard in school and reach for big goals. Kavana Woodcocks. Kavana will be attending the University of Lynchburg. Her honored guest, yes sir, Dr. Blair, is Elisa Wilkinson. Kavana's favorite LCS memory is being surprised with a scholarship from the Strubantz Foundation. She plans a career as a physician's assistant and eventually as a physician. Kavana has a big smile and uses it often. Kavana says, I chose Mrs. Wilkinson as my honored teacher because she cares about her students and she is always trying to make sure that she does what she needs to do in order to ensure students' success. Desiree Younger. Desiree will be attending the University of Virginia. Her honored guest is Larry Hart. Desiree's favorite LCS memory is winning her first volleyball game with her Sandusky Middle School teammates. She is also an award-winning poet. Desiree's long-term goals are to be successful in her dream career as a pediatrician, travel the world, and have a loving family. Desiree says, I chose Mr. Hart because he's been not only a mentor to me, but a friend as well. He has helped my love for theater grow and inspired me to pursue it further into my future. Morgan Zahabi. Morgan plans to attend Central Virginia Community College and then transfer to the University of Virginia or Virginia Commonwealth University. Her honored guest is Laura Robertson. Morgan plays in the marching band and she likes to exercise her creativity by making jewelry, drawing, and painting. She plans a career in graphic design. Morgan says, I chose Mrs. Robertson as my honored teacher because she supported my needs both educationally and emotionally during a very crucial developmental time. She made me feel like I was a valued part of the classroom and that I could always talk to her if I needed something. Congratulations to our outstanding student and teacher pioneers for being recognized for your accomplishments. They are all well-deserved, and we are extremely proud of each and every one of you. I now turn the program over to my esteemed colleague, Mrs. Rose Flora.
Thank you, Mr. Beatty. My name is Rose Floor, and I am the proud principal of EC Glass High School. It is indeed my honor to be here this evening to announce the top 15 2021 EC Glass High School graduates and the special teacher they have chosen to honor. First, we have Ben Barnett. Ben will be attending James Madison University. Hey, Ben. And his honored guest is Gibby Petrie. Ben is a runner, cross country, as well as indoor and outdoor track. He has ridden more than 105 roller coasters. Ben plans a career as a software developer. Ben says, I chose Mrs. Petrie as she has been one of my favorite teachers and inspired me to pursue math by connecting with my class and me. She really made learning fun, and I have great memories of her class. Congratulations. Next is Drew Flint. Drew will be attending Georgia Tech next year, and his honored guest is Chelsea Dews. Drew's favorite extracurricular activity is soccer, and he is one of the youngest members of his class. His favorite TV show is Survivor, and his favorite LCS memory is 8th grade day at King's Dominion. Drew says Mrs. Dews was important because she switched me into advanced math during my 4th grade year, which drastically changed my course and put me on a track full of academic challenges. Congratulations. Next, we have Ryan Gallagher. Ryan will be attending North Carolina State University, and his honored guest is Kathy Webb. Ryan enjoys cross country and hiking. His favorite movie is Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Ryan would like to become a veterinarian. Ryan chose Miss Webb as his honored teacher because she has provided support and guidance to me throughout my educational career and continues to be a positive influence and make an impact in my life today. Congratulations. Next is Sam Hite. Sam will be attending the College of William and Mary, and his honored guest is Linda Irwin. Sam enjoys tennis, juggling, and strategy games. His favorite LCS memory is 8th grade day at King's Dominion, and he plans to become a physician. Sam says, I chose Miss Irwin because she always encouraged us to go the extra mile in the classroom and found creative ways to reward us for doing so. Congratulations, proud of you. Next, Megan Knight. Megan will be attending Brigham Young University in the fall, and her honored guest is Sarah Gray. Megan plays tennis for EC Glass and can sleep anywhere at any time within 5 minutes. She plans a career in biomedical engineering. Explaining her reasons for honoring Miss Gray, Megan uses superlatives like fantastic teacher, amazing friend. Miss Gray's passion for teacher is evident in her interesting classroom assignments and her kindness to her students. Congratulations. Next, we have Cynthia Lamb. Cynthia will be attending the College of William and Mary, and her honored guest is Michael Potts. Cynthia has fond memories of seeing a play at Heritage High School with friends. She enjoys PBS nature and wildlife programs. Her favorite movie is The Garden of Words. Congratulations, Cynthia. Next, we have William Langford. William will be attending the University of Virginia next fall, and his honored guest is Bill Andrews. Will is a wrestler. He also enjoys running, hiking, canoeing, and fishing. Will plans a career as a biologist. Will says, I chose Mr. Andrews because he is a great teacher and friend who is always looking to help people in and outside of the classroom. Congratulations, Will. Next, we have Dylan Myang. Dylan will be attending the University of Virginia this coming fall. He enjoys playing violin in the orchestra and running. When he grows up, he'd like to be 3 inches taller and an engineer. Congratulations, Dylan. Next, we have Hollins Pierpoint. Hollins will be attending Washington and Lee University, and her honored guest is Patsy Sellers. Hollins enjoys running, reading, and creating art. She looks forward to traveling and experiencing the world. Her favorite LCS memory is dissecting fetal pigs. Dr. Edwards, she's the one, the beginning of her inspiration to pursue a career in medicine. Hollins credits Ms. Sellers and her teaching with inspiring Hollins' love of math. Hollins, congratulations. Next, we have Preston Pitzer. Preston will be attending Virginia Tech, and his honored guest is Michael Potts. Preston has enjoyed playing the oboe and running cross country while at LCS. He enjoys designing and building unconventional human interface devices for computers and plans a career as a semiconductor design engineer. Preston chose Mr. Potts as his honored teacher because his class was among the first that made me think about education in a way that was applicable to my life and my long-term goals. Congratulations, Preston. Next, we have Wolfgang Fock. Wolfgang will be attending the University of Virginia's School of Engineering and Applied Science. His honored guest is Jeff Steele. Wolfgang plays on EC Glass's tennis team while designing and building circuits in his free time. His favorite book is The Count of Monte Cristo, and he plans to be an electrical engineer. Wolfgang chose Mr. Steele as his honored teacher for his outstanding support as Wolfgang worked to develop and complete his Gov School research project. Congratulations, Wolfgang. Next, we have Kathleen Salmon. Kathleen will be attending the College of William and Mary, and her honored guest is Gina DiCarlo. Katie loves to dance, play violin, and bake. Her favorite movies are the entire Harry Potter series, but only in order. She plans to become a physician. Katie says, I am able to be myself when in Mr. Carlo's class. She has made her class my favorite part of the day every year of my time in high school. Congratulations, Katie. Next, we have Randall Trost. Randy will be attending the University of Florida, and his honored guest tonight is also Dr. Steve Smith. Randy loves cross country and soccer, as well as the amazing academic culture at the Central Virginia Governor's School for Science and Technology. His favorite TV show is Impractical Jokers, and he plans to become the CEO. Randy says Dr. Smith is not only a mentor, but a leader. He has taught me to value friendship and collaboration and how to grow with a community of learners. Congratulations, Randy. Next, we have Sean Weiger. Sean will be attending Virginia Tech this fall. Sean enjoys marching band and yo-yoing. His favorite TV show is Psych. Sean plans to pursue a career in engineering. Congratulations, Sean. Next, we have Leela Williams. Lucy will be attending the University of Virginia, and her honored guest is Aaron Reed. Lucy plays field hockey and still can't roll her R's after 4 years of Spanish. She plans to earn a degree in public policy and/or law, where she can focus on improving educational policy and law. Lucy chose Mr. Reed as her honored teacher because not only did he help me become a killer essay writer and researcher, but in his class, I learned the unteachable skills of presentation, the importance of on perspective, and how to hold a productive conversation with my peers about current events, even if we may have different views on them, all skills that I will carry with me into college and throughout my life. Congratulations, Lucy. Congratulations again to all of the students and teachers from both schools for being recognized for your accomplishment. They are all well-deserved. And now I turn our program back to Miss Jody Gillette. Take it away, Jody.
My name is Jody Gillette, and I'm the Executive Director of the Lynchburg City Schools Education Director. And sometime before the end of this pandemic, I will learn how to manage my own mute button. Who better to help us celebrate academic excellence than our local colleges and universities? I want to extend a heartfelt thank you to our sponsors for making this recognition possible, for providing gift cards so each student can enjoy a special remote dine-in or takeout celebration, and to recognize the efforts of our honored teachers for being special in their students' lives. We appreciate each of you for taking the time to join us this evening, and thank you for your sponsorship. Central College of Nursing, Central Virginia Community College, Liberty University, Randolph College, Sweetbriar College, University of Lynchburg, and Virginia University of Lynchburg. I also think that I need to just clarify a few things about Dr. Blair. First of all, thank you very much for your presentation this evening, but I have to say that your little setup, your stage there, your office, is perhaps a little unusual. And maybe you end up with an office like that when you've embraced your curiosity. So Dr. Blair does indeed teach a course of some sort in Frankenstein, which is why we have Frankenstein looming over his right shoulder, I'm gathering. And also, he is sporting one fabulous bow tie that he made himself. So that is one of his hobbies, in addition to liking to, I guess, do weird things in medicine with things like Frankenstein or I don't know what. So thank you. It was great to have you here this evening. And thank you for sharing your wonderful words. Let's see. I do also want to thank our school board members who are joining us this evening for all that you do to guide our schools, and to the Education Foundation trustees for all of your work to provide that extra funding to support our teachers and our students. This senior honors recognition is one of the ways that the LCS Education Foundation meets its mission to advance excellence and equity in the Lynchburg City Schools through advocacy and educational funding. We are indeed honored to host this annual event that celebrates true academic excellence. A very special thank you is extended to Austin Journey for managing the webinar without a glitch other than my glitch. I also do want to thank Cindy Babb for putting together the student video, which we all enjoyed, and creating tonight's personalized program cover. And Scott Kirkwood and Tracy Baker, who helped with all of the pre and will help with the post-event communications. Kudos to our parents. Wow, what a year it has been for you as well, but you did it. You guided your student over the finish line in a way no other class of parents could have imagined. We know how proud you are of your child's accomplishments, and we commend you for all of your hard work to support their efforts and dreams. Congratulations. And what can we say to our teachers? You've managed to influence your students whether teaching them in person or remotely. We are fortunate to have so many dedicated teachers who work to ensure that every child, by name and by need, will graduate from our schools and be met with success. Congratulations for being special in your students' lives. Students, you are part of an impressive list of colleges, universities, and scholarships that reflect your dedication and hard work. You have accomplished so much during your high school years and are facing some very exciting times ahead. Although the past year has had its hurdles, it has also provided some important insights. You have been given the gift to learn how resilient you really are. The past 15 months have shown you that you can adapt to anything, that there's always another way, and that opportunities can come from challenges. Despite the curveball thrown at you, life has gone on. You still managed to not only complete, but excel in high school, navigate the college application process with unusual testing schedules and remote support, and were accepted by outstanding academic institutions. It has now been proven that there is no stopping you, and we are lucky to have a class like you guide us into the future. You represent yourself, your family, LCS, and the entire community well, and we wish you the very best. Congratulations. I do want to pause for 1 second to make sure that if there are any students who we were not able to capture, if there's an opportunity to capture anybody. And
Jody, we didn't get to see Miss Maya Lewis, and I see her popping up, so we might want to cycle back for that.
So I can't see her on my view. Has she been up? Perfect, I see her now. Hi, Maya. Sorry for that glitch, but I'm glad we can give you your moment to shine here. So thank you and congratulations. Is there anybody else? Okay, hearing none, if there's a picture that pops up before I'm done, I will adjust accordingly. Otherwise, I will move on with the program, which will be available on the LCS YouTube site. All of our students should have received a certificate recognizing their outstanding academic achievement, a keepsake program, and all students as well as honored teachers should have received gift certificates. If you are missing any of these items, please get in touch with me. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram, as we will be showcasing each student and honored teacher in the coming days. Students, if you have any information that is either outstanding or needs to be updated that you want us to include, send it to me immediately, because we will start posting tomorrow. Thank you to all of our guests for attending this evening. We hope you enjoyed the program. Have a great evening, everyone. Take care.